All right, well, hey, it's Cornelius Austin again out of Rocky Mount, North Carolina, man. And as you can see behind me, I'm at the lake and it's a beautiful day. Look, the sun's shining, there's a nice breeze blowing, the birds are singing. Couldn't ask for a better day. But look, I wanted to come back and add another video to the 30 for 30 Financial Challenge series, in which over the next 30 days, we will be helping 30 families to learn and start implementing some simple, easy to follow financial and economic empowerment strategies. So I'm not sure if you've been able to follow the previous videos that I've shared, but you can always subscribe to either the YouTube channel or go back through my Facebook timeline and catch up. But simply what I'm going to do in this video is do a brief recap of what we've discussed in the previous segments. All right, so first video, part one, we talked about that there are two financial objectives that we all have. We all set out to meet a financial objective number one, and that is to make enough income through our labor to pay for our current lifestyle. Meaning to be able to pay the bills, you know, the rent, the mortgage, the gas, the food, the clothes, vacations, eating out, healthcare, childcare, and all of the other cares that are associated with everyday living. Those together make up financial objective number one, which is your current lifestyle. Then there's also the financial objective number two, which is your future lifestyle, which your future lifestyle should be taken care of and secured through your investments. All right. Now, there should be enough income that's made to take care of your current lifestyle of paying the bills and hitting financial objective number two, which is your future lifestyle by way of your investments that you start now. Well, we've identified that most families are finding it challenging to hit financial objective number one, let alone being in a position where they can start working on financial objective number two, which is investing. So we identified there were two entities who tried to help people meet their two financial objectives. The first one was the government. The government put in place a program called Social Security. But again, as we talked about, that particular program is quickly drying up, all right? Because there are more people making withdrawals than are deposits. So, and then the second entity who tried to help was corporate America. When they put in place the program called pensions, well, they swiftly learned that they had to end that program because it became too expensive. Because what happened with the pension is when a person retired, they would receive an income for the rest of their life, plus the company had to pay the salary of the person who replaced them. So they would go from paying one salary now to two, which didn't make good business sense and became too expensive, so they ended the pension program. Now, we also talked about in the next video that there were 4 challenges that will keep you from hitting your 2 financial objectives. Let's run through them briefly. Challenge number 1 is inflation, meaning the value of the dollar decreases little by little every day, which means I'm buying less next week than I'm able to buy this week. So what's happening is the cost of everything is going up while my income and my paycheck is staying flat, and that gap is growing wider. We call inflation the silent income killer. All right. Then in the third video, we talked about that second challenge, which is taxes, known as the chainsaw massacre, because by the time your paycheck goes through the net, what comes out and makes it to your bank account through direct deposit looks really gross, because taxes take the first third of your income off the top, non-negotiable. Before it hits your hands, the government gets paid before you do. So taxes take the first third, and taxes lead to the third challenge that we talked about, which is debt. Because I lost a third off the top of my $50,000 salary, which now I'm living off of $32,000. So what do? We go and borrow the money through loans, through credit cards, and so forth, lines of credit, to borrow that money to live the lifestyle of the $50,000 salary that we see on paper. Well, the banks may not have a problem loaning you the money, but you're just not going to pay back what you borrow. You're going to pay back what you borrowed plus a penalty called interest, which means I borrowed 18, but I'm not going to pay back 18. I'm actually going to pay back 24. I'm going to pay back 26 because I had to borrow the money. So that actually creates a worse financial position than I was in previously. So we talked about inflation, we talked about taxes that lead to debt, And then the fourth and final challenge is big business, which sponsors all of these ads. They study the psychology of consumers to always keep us in this rhythm of buying, 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 and consuming. And so what happens is the first third leaves, we lose that in taxes. The second third is taken because we have to pay the banks back. And then the third that we do have, we've got to fight and resist the urge to participate in capitalism because big business is constantly creating that desire to spend, spend, spend. Now, I'm not going to leave it at all doom and gloom. This is just an awareness, because in the next series of videos that I'll be sharing, I'll be talking about the 3 solutions that we have to meet your 2 financial objectives and overcome those 4 challenges. So if what I've shared before and previously, and even in this recap, if it makes sense, just simply text 2-4 to 252-285-6673. Again, text 2-4 to 252-285-6673. Now listen, be on the lookout for the next videos where we're talking about the solutions, because trust me, you don't want to miss it. In fact, you can't afford to miss it. All right, until next time, my friends, you guys be blessed.